Whoa, boom shakalaka. Here we are.
Oh.
Hello, Couch Co-opers, Couch Potatoes, and Couch Codependents. This is the 179th Couch Co-op show.
Yeah.
The greatest
you guys
video
are
game
loud
show in the world. Well, we're all drunk, Dave. We are a group of we are a group of friends, close friends,
Yes.
mediocre friends,
Best friends.
rub and tug friends, sharing our love of gaming with
Or tug
you.
and rub,
I'm Ian, along with Jared. He's back.
I'm back.
Jared's back.
Woo! Back again. We got Aaron.
Welcome back, Jared.
We got
Thanks.
Scott.
Yeah.
And we got Dave.
Docking Dave, ready to dock.
Damn it.
Wow.
Doc
Doc and Dave.
and Dave.
Lock and load.
Oh, boy.
Doc and Dave Russell.
Dock and load.
All
Oh,
right.
you're going to be waiting for
Remember,
a
you can
while
be a
with
part of the
everything.
conversation by leaving comments and questions over on Twitbook, Instaface, and Gramter. If you're watching us on twitch.tv/The Couch Co-op Show, you can see our handle above us right now at Couch Co-op Shows. Any of those, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, you can come follow us and leave comments and questions, and we will answer and we will repeat those and read those on the air because why guys? Because
It's content.
Because we
it's
can.
content.
Guys,
It's content.
Content,
It's
guys.
content. It's
Come
content.
on, content.
No, because we like to hear from you people.
That too.
This show's
I'm,
excuse me.
I'm putting off.
All right, can you guys all just make out?
So
So yeah, it's been
Oh,
a couple weeks
yeah.
since you
I know,
guys have
right?
seen me. A couple
Yeah.
of
Good to
nice,
see
you.
successful
good to have you back. dude.
episodes. I mean, I know I don't completely hold this show together, so it was like I was still here, but nobody noticed.
This show barely holds itself together. I have no idea how I managed to do it. All right. Are you happy, Dave? That the audio is now.
Yeah, I'm much happier.
Alright.
I don't want like that
No
stuttery
echo?
or
All right.
echoes, yeah.
Anyway, yes. Hyphen. No hyphen. Oh wait, what is it? Instaface, Gramter, at Couch Club Shows, all one word.
No hyphen.
I didn't sure if.
Thanks, Aaron.
I'm not sure if we got that in yet or
He's
not.
on it.
That's
I don't want to jip you out of your one job.
He looked pretty
Why
sad.
one
over
job?
Here.
I have multiple jobs.
Yeah.
Not really, but I still have
You
something.
can find our podcast wherever they are sold, or just go to couchcoopshow.com, and that'll send you to the mother page. Again, you can follow us on twitch.tv/The Couch Co-op Show, where we stream every Monday
Every
night.
single, even last week.
Even last week. Well, we stream a lot now, but even Monday night, right now, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're streaming right now, and
Yeah,
if
we
you
are.
leave a comment, and we'll answer whatever the hell you ask
Yeah.
us. Or well, we try to. We're not very good at it sometimes. We're new to this whole Twitch thing. Hey boys, how you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Had
It's been
toenail
a nice
removal,
day.
and I'm in pain, but I'm good now.
Oh.
Toenail.
Yeah, it was.
You don't need no stinking toenail.
No, but I do like the fact I'm not in pain at the time before they removed it.
Knowing your luck, you'll get infected.
Hey, don't say
You'll
that.
end up with no toe.
No, I
Saying-
like my toe. I'm
Saying
good.
goodbye to Earl.
Dude,
Right
I'm
next
to
so
Toe Jam
disappointed
there.
Yeah.
you didn't Twitch that.
I'm.
You should have live streamed it.
I don't
Toe
think
twitch.
I don't think the doctor would have liked me doing that. He'd be like, "What are you doing
Oh.
with your phone there?"
You could have just live streamed your face. The look
Yeah.
of pain
Oh,
and
the
agony
pain.
would
Wheel
have
of
been
pain.
awesome.
Again, he'd be wondering, "What the hell am I
Yeah.
doing?" But I think it's for the show. Like, what show? Oh, it's done already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Toenail removal with Aaron.
Did anyone share it to the actual Couch Co-op group? You know, you got to get it. One thing you learn during streaming and stuff is like when you're first getting started, man, people are so lazy about the stuff you do. They're like they just do not care. So, and I
That's
posted
aimed at the couch.
I posted well that
Are we going to talk about video games?
partially.
Someday.
in
What
a-
are
in a
what are
moment.
those, Scott?
We'll get
What
there.
are those?
I have a full list of stuff, but hold on a second while I do this one really quick thing. Talk about Aaron's toenail some more.
Oh my
No,
god,
I'm
the
good.
toenail.
Yeah.
Did you get to keep it? Is it going to be on a necklace?
Oh yeah.
No, it went to the lab actually.
Oh,
To the lab for
Oh,
what?
it was
Is,
very
They're gonna
special.
clone
is
his
it
toe.
radioactive?
No, they just want to make sure it's a fungus or if it's not something more serious.
It's not a baby.
so
Wait, I
No,
let
it's
you
not
in my
easy.
house? You have fungus?
Aaron,
it's
Aaron is
gone.
very
Everyone
unhealthy.
has toe fungus and he's not wearing any shoes. or
I was
socks.
told not to
That's
wear
gross.
that. I was told by my doctor not to wear those things.
Is that what that
You were
smell
probably
is?
told not to suck on it either as well.
No.
What?
I'm not gonna suck on it, Dave. Damn.
Ashley, I can't suck on this. Will you?
You-
Anyway, all right, let's get to it. I got a bunch of news, man. So this is a lot of current news, and there's a lot of news from last week that we weren't able to get to because we're a Monday night show, and then everything drops Tuesday.
Yep.
So, bunch of news. We're gonna start off May 9th. Sony State of Play. They're gonna drop. I guess it's only 10 minutes, like a 10-minute State of Play, and it's
It's gonna be medieval
Free for all.
remastered
Midi-
and a new game.
medieval, isn't it?
Earthworm Jim.
It is medieval.
Also, that same day, Ghost Recon Wildlands is announcing something.
Free to play.
It's a good game.
Heh.
A 3-to-play. I hope not. Oh, let's get to some of the negative news. MK11 developers NetherRealm under fire for poor/toxic work environment. It's really becoming an epidemic at this point. And in related news, today, 150 Riot employees walk out to protest their company's stance on forced arbitration and a sexist work culture.
Yeah.
In good news, Respawn has banned over 700,000 cheaters from Apex to date.
Good job.
Wow.
Yay.
Epic acquires Rocket League developer Psyonix.
Whoa.
Wow.
So Rocket League will be taken off Steam. If you still have Rocket League on Steam, though, you can still play it, but you will no longer be able to buy it there. BioWare leave Anthem to focus on Dragon Age 4, but they say they are still 100% committed to Anthem. New Earthworm Jim, someone mentioned it earlier. New Earthworm Jim coming development from the original team, but it's going to be on a console that no one has.
Yeah, the Intellivision.
No,
That's
not
right.
in television, but it's a new console.
Yeah, the
It's
new
like a
in,
new Intellivision.
yeah, Intellivision.
What year are
5
we
or
in?
whatever.
Saints Row film is coming from F. Gary Gray.
Coming.
Oh,
I missed that. That could be epic.
Sonic
Yeah.
That could be
trailer.
good.
Sonic trailer is out. Much fallout leads to director planning changes to Sonic's design. Borderlands 3 gameplay revealed.
Yeah.
Solitaire
Yeah.
inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame.
And Mario
Along
Kart.
with Mortal Kombat.
Who cares? Do any? I think Solitaire was the more interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many of us have played that fucking game? Anyway, do any of you want to talk about any of that?
All I have to say is Sonic needed gloves.
I don't think Sonic needed to do
Sonic
anything.
doesn't need
No
anything.
glove, no love.
It's
I don't.
done.
I feel like it's
Leave
awful that they're compromising it. Anyway, that's an art versus.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Commerce.
backlash would have just sunk their movie, so
It-
maybe it'll
No,
be
but it's awful that they're doing.
acceptable.
But it's awful that they're
No.
changing it.
I'm so excited.
They're not changing the movie. They're just
No.
gonna shape his
But
eyes.
that's
to
awful.
Not.
The fact that the internet has that much pull to do that
Yeah.
to an artist's vision is awful. Like, hey, we created this really cool thing we like.
Nope.
Oh, we're not that cool.
But
We
no
were-
one else likes
we
it.
were
so-
really passionate about it. Oh, I guess we're not that passionate about it because we're just gonna turn on a fucking dime. As an artist, that's
Just like
awful.
Sonic.
That's bullshit. So I mean, it's a silly fucking video game. So who cares?
Yeah, it's a video game movie. It's not.
Yeah, it's,
All right.
it's gonna
It
be
doesn't
golden.
need a movie.
Borderlands looks fucking crazy. I don't know how
I'm
much
ready.
Good. I'm ready.
the amount of like so did you see like the instances now when you can play classic mode where when you play co-op, like one player is like say level 25 and one player is like at level 10. Classic mode it stays the same, so like it gets harder and level 10 has a harder time. Or you do this new kind of it does this leveling mode where basically you both play at level 10, but you wouldn't know it because you're still using your same weapons and you still have all your abilities from when you leveled up. So it does this really kind of cool thing where like if like someone like Aaron who bought the game when you guys did but didn't play it ever, and then Jared and I are like level 50, Aaron can still play with us at level 5 and not
Right.
know the difference. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
and,
That's
and we
pretty
wouldn't
cool.
be killing everything into it one hit.
exactly. We
Yeah,
all be
so that's
we,
nice.
we'd all
Bring
be,
me back.
it'll be equalized.
Like when I played Diablo with you the other week.
And playing in his story modes, if we're playing with him, we get loot for our level.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Nobody else sees it.
So like and that's the other thing, like when you loot a box, it's not like you're fighting for loot against someone. Like in classic mode you can steal a gun from somebody. In this new mode, when you open a chest, you all get loot. So it's not like you're fighting over the gun. So I kind of still just want to play classic mode, but this whole new mode they're doing is
I think they called it loot instancing.
loot instancing, yeah. They're also doing a lot of cool Twitch stuff with that too, where people that watch when they do certain things in Twitch or comment or something, they can actually earn that gun or earn something that person earned in their own game, even though they're not playing.
I
So-
think the
Whoa.
coolest thing for Twitch streamers is that people can go in and look at their loadout instead of answering it every 2 minutes.
Right.
Nice.
That one
sounds
question.
cool.
What's your
Listen-
loadout? What gun is that?
using?
Yeah, so that'll be nice. Just get the plug-in, and you'll be able to look at all that stuff.
So I'm
Exclamation point gun.
PC only, of course.
super
Hmm.
excited for Borderlands 3. So
It looks fun.
Yep.
all right, let's get to some comments and questions. And we were awarded a glorious. Well, we have a couple comments. So technically, we should start with Scott here because we got this comment on iTunes about a week ago, maybe more than that.
This is
Epic
interesting
comment.
to read.
Epic.
It's a little more comedy than comment.
I couldn't stop laughing. Let's
Beautiful
be honest
comment.
here.
He is a stand-up comedian, though, right?
Yeah, he does improv.
This is why this is okay. Go for it.
Mhm.
All right,
This is
fun.
my friend Michael Bowie. After we recorded at Rose City Games, we went to Balearic, and there was a ton of people that I knew because my friend Recky was in town. Michael Bowie was one of them, and he said he would throw us a little review. So I assume he listened to at least an episode because his content is so well detailed. So a 5-star review. Great podcast. At first, I didn't expect much from this podcast. However, I was exposed to a whole new world. The only games I knew of were Scrabble and Monopoly. I didn't know there were games in electronic and video form. What a game changer, pun intended. I learned so much about games, but more importantly, I learned to be a better human. For example, I was walking to work and I threw my napkin on the floor. However, listening to the podcast made me reevaluate my littering problem. I still left the napkin on the floor, but at least Couch Co-op made me think about my actions. Ian and Aaron seem very fun and knowledgeable hosts. Hearing Scott's voice on the podcast is so soothing. It's like mayonnaise caressing your face. Thank you, Couch Co-op, for making me break my vegan diet. Thanks, Bowie.
Thank you, Bowie.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice meeting you.
Yes.
Mayonnaise on my
For
face.
what I remember.
From what you remember,
I don't remember him very well.
Oh, how many?
he
you
was
had?
like he's Asian, right? He's like the crazy drunk Asian guy.
I don't.
Ian, you're Asian, right?
Yeah, what's the matter? I can call another Asian.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember him very well.
How dare
Nothing
you?
personal, but I do appreciate that comment he gave.
He was-
us.
But okay,
Cole,
Asian,
stop digging.
Asian aside,
Boop,
he was
boop,
fucking
boop.
trashed.
Yeah, we all were.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Oh.
I was not either.
I had like a
Good
Coke.
job, Scott.
I had like a Coke. I was driving.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, me
Cool. Thank you very much. All right. And then this other wonderful comment we just got from just a random, not a friend of Scott's, obviously, just a completely random.
I don't know that guy.
You do know him. No, this new person. This
plastic.
person.
Yeah, thank you, fan.
Andrew
classic.
Haskins. I'm sorry. I don't mean to butcher your name. I just
It's the sunglasses.
it
Yeah.
You could
No.
probably read it if you took your sunglasses off.
looks the same.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say that I love the show and have been listening for about a month and been backtracking what I missed. I am a lover of video games and was trying to find that perfect game talk show while driving to work in the morning and home again, and finally found you on Spotify. You guys are the best, and I love every second. Keep up the good work, and I hope to hear plenty more episodes in the future.
Oh, you will.
Well, thank you for that.
Isn't that
And
awesome?
Yeah, that's a pretty awesome
That's
comment.
legit.
And all I have to say is I'm really sorry you have to listen to some of the earlier
Yeah,
episodes.
Yeah.
Going back is
Yeah.
just stick with the 100 and forward. When you go, I mean, some of those are really good episodes, and then some of those
Yeah.
are really kind
Some
of
of
bizarre.
them are kind of a trash fest.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
a
watch
Yeah.
out for the episodes
So
where I'm
listen-
in charge.
so listen.
Hey,
to
if I can do
episode-
it, anyone
I
can
have
do
one
it.
episode. 69.
Yeah, but thanks for listening.
I
Seriously.
guess if you want to know the inside jokes or
Yeah.
the history of the couch, it's important. But you know,
Yeah.
we would,
Maybe we should list Aaron's greatest hits.
we would,
It's
we would,
XCOM.
episode 69. That's the best one.
we would prefer that you
Sexual
just-
space torture.
Oh, boy.
RPG.
Hey, we're gonna get. We got some questions for about that, so that's
All
coming
right,
up
all right,
actually.
All right.
We got one from Caitlin Shipley, the Bill the Bard's wife.
Ah.
This is a big one. What part of video game development process do you think you would enjoy working on the most / the least? So, which one would you like to do the most, and which one would you like to do the least? Go.
I'll start. The concept would be the most fun. Just talking about the concept, because you can talk about all the really big ideas.
Yeah, spitball.
Yeah, so you can just throw all the curveballs at the team and come up with some really cool content.
And then the programmers have to implement
Yeah, and then
it.
somebody else has to worry about that. But then
Right.
QA, I think, would be the worst. The quality analysis would be a big challenge.
Yeah.
Because anything can go wrong at any time, and there's a lot of different setups and all that. So you just have to be really experienced in that whole
Oh yeah.
wave of employment. So
And
no thanks.
no matter
no
how
QA
great-
for me.
How great the game, having to play through it like 100 times
Yeah.
would probably get old.
Didn't your brother do that, Dave?
Yeah, my brother did it for a while. He said it's okay for, and then you have to do QA on a game that sucks.
Yeah. And you have no choice.
Yeah,
It's your job.
Think of all those lovely 60% Metacritic games that someone had to
55 Anthem.
Yeah, someone had to QA that stuff.
My friend did the soundtrack to Rugrats and Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen on PlayStation, and he had no influence whatsoever on the game itself. Like, the music was all right, actually, but he is in no way affiliated with anything of the game. So, yeah, they're just
I am
like,
surprised he actually told you that he was involved in those games.
Yeah, it's in his credits as, like, he worked for that company, but there's not actually, like, a status.
All right, back to the question, Dave. Yeah. What would you want to do? What don't you want to do?
Mainly the spitballing.
So basically, Jared.
Yep, but I wouldn't want to actually do the work.
Oh,
so I wouldn't want to program it.
You want to be the CEO?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scott, how about you?
I think storyboarding would be really fun to sketch it out. Like, I always love the movie behind the scenes. Like, Pixar will show some of their early test runs and the sketches of how the cinematics work.
Yeah, those are fun.
I feel like it'd be the same in the video games of just storyboarding and character art and stuff.
Yeah, you do like to draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to doodle.
And less
game testing, bug checking, Q&A.
All right. Aaron, how about you?
Literally, Scott took the words right out of my mouth on that one. Just the storyboard spitballing thing. That'd be fun. But
did he take the cock out of your dock?
Yeah, pretty much. But no, the whole thing with bug checking would drive me fucking batty because I feel like there'd be no bugs in a spot, but I'd catch that one spot where it was
back to the
buggy,
drawing board.
drive me nuts. Yep, that's exactly what would happen to me.
Okay, I'm gonna go with different answers.
Script writer.
No. Because Jared's basically on board, but I want to do something different. I would like, I think best, I want to be the the CEO or guy who gets to walk out on the stage at E3 and go, hey, I want to be Sean Layden or somebody. Like, hey, it's my game.
You want to be the PR dude.
Because I think I could
Reggie Feels Anime.
Yeah, I want to be that guy because I think I could do a good job at that shit. But at the same time, I don't want to be CEO because I don't want to force all my developers to crunch. So like, it's a double-edged sword.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Best and worst.
Best and worst.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Caitlin, for that question.
Yeah, good question.
This one will be interesting. It'll be fun. Anthony Chase, our good friend Ryan, sends us out a question.
Hello, Ryan.
Out of the 5 of you, who is the best at video games overall, skill-wise? Please rank yourselves from worst to least. Or from
worst to least.
Worst to best. Before we get into discussion, before we get into talking about this, no, before we even get into debating it, no one talk about debating it. I just want you off the top of your heads to list us, just a list. All right, so just from best to worst, Aaron, go.
All right, had to be Jared's the top, Ian's the next, Scott is the third, Dave is fourth, and I'm probably the lowest.
All right, well, Scott, go.
Triathlon, I'm going to say Jared also first for the variety. Me second, Ian third for completionist, Dave, Aaron.
Jared, go.
I'm going to have to go with Ian and me and then Dave.
Ooh.
And then Scott and Aaron. Yeah, sorry, Aaron, you are definitely on the bottom of
Dave,
it.
Dave, go.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Dave, and Dave. And then after that, probably Jared,
Okay.
Aaron, Ian, Scott.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go with, this is a difficult one, but I'm going to go with Jared, Scott, Dave, Aaron, me.
Aw.
Well, I don't know.
You're the lowest.
I don't know.
Way
It's
more than I do.
It's hard to rate Scott because he plays a lot of games, but
He
he doesn't
does.
finish
Yeah.
a lot
All
of
right.
games.
Okay, so here,
I
if
got
we
a few
go, if we
platinums.
go for,
Quantity over quality.
well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that's difficult about this game. I think at overall, best at gaming is Jared because he plays a lot of things
Yeah.
and is good at
Yeah.
all of
he
them.
completes
I think
a
we all
shit
agree
ton
on
of them,
that.
too.
But I think Scott clearly has his strengths when it comes to like platformers or music games
Yes.
or certain
Oh, yeah.
things. Dave clearly has strength. I mean, he beat fucking Wolfenstein on fucking crazy hard ass.
Yeah,
God,
no
Grand
kidding.
Theft Auto.
And
No
he's good
kidding.
at strategy
And he-
games.
So he's done and XCOM.
Yeah.
Those are games
Yeah.
we don't touch. I play a lot of racing games. I think I'm really good at that.
You're the
I'm
best at
mediocre
racers.
at fighting games. I don't know how
Assassin's
good I
Creed.
am.
And-
So it's just a very.
And Aaron's really good at mobile games.
yeah.
And sexual space torture.
Wait, is he? He only plays.
15 minutes.
Here, you know what I do know? I will say this about Aaron. Aaron's really good at DOA. I remember we had a
Yeah,
night
he is
couple-
good at fighters.
about my. So I mean, he doesn't. I think I just play a lot of games. I don't know if I'm very good at them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would say
I don't-
Jared's the best all rounder.
I would
Yeah.
say
what it
if
comes
we
down
if we
to.
had to like send someone to like a game, it
The
would be
triathlon.
it would be Jared, and then I think I would put Scott. But then Scott sucked at Apex, so I mean, and Aaron did get his first kill finally. So
Ooh, that's right.
so I mean,
Bragging rights.
there's a lot of, and I mean, Dave didn't beat Modern Warfare on Veteran, and Jared
Nope.
did, and I'm almost there. So you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of give and take here, but I think Jared, out of all of us, is probably the
Jared's
best.
probably the.
Congrats.
But thank you for putting me
thanks,
first.
I think.
You should have been ego and just put yourself first. That's
Nah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
just have a lot of patience with games, so I keep
Yeah.
trying. I
Mhm.
don't know if I'm good at
All
it.
I have to say is I'm the
but-
most interesting person I know, so I put
Yeah,
myself
yeah.
first.
Wow.
Well, yeah, if I was to watch anybody stream a game and actually talk to the microphone, I think Dave would be the most interesting.
Yeah, I don't talk when I'm streaming.
Yeah,
Dave-
but if
Aaron is super interesting when
I'm
he
a
plays.
chatty Cathy on
yeah,
those
yeah,
days.
all right,
Yeah.
I gotta watch Aaron one
But
of these
Aaron
days.
doesn't
I
stream
wanna watch Aaron
anymore.
stream.
I haven't streamed. I just haven't.
When I
Yeah,
watched the
lately.
stream on God of War, it was fucking hilarious.
I couldn't help it. There
All
were
right.
some things I just. had to
Sometimes
say.
I'm not even sure if he's talking about the game he's playing.
No, it's the game I'm talking about.
He was talking about a really sweet RPG. I mean, what else could he be talking
Anyway,
about?
I'm just
Yeah.
giving you shit, Aaron.
And no, you. I was actually like trying to make bad jokes. I
Yeah,
couldn't help
It's
myself.
all good. This next series of questions is interesting, and for some reason I didn't get a question, but JPK has a bunch of questions. So the first one's,
JPK.
and it's just for this first one's for Jared. You guys each get a question from him.
Oh,
joy.
thanks.
Right? So
Thanks,
interesting.
JPK.
And he doesn't answer these, so don't expect an answer back.
JPK.
Come on.
Jared,
Melon pies.
what genre of game would you like to play that you haven't played in a long time?
Oh, jeez. And have the time for?
Yeah, whatever. I guess. I don't know.
Well, I have a game that I want to play. I just don't have the time for it, and I would love to get back into that type of game as RPGs, like Octopath Traveler,
So like a
Xenoblade,
like a
Saga.
JRPG?
Yeah, JRPG genre, like anything coming
Yeah,
out of
those
Japan.
kind of 40-hour games.
It's a time sink.
Yeah, it's a
sure.
huge time sink with really repetitive battle strat and really, really cool, interesting stories.
Then the next one's for Scott. Scott, are you more likely to play a AAA game, an indie game, an import game, or a free-to-play game, or a game as a service?
What was the second choice?
I'd say indie.
No, so
Indie.
there's a AAA game, an indie game, import game, a free-to-play game, or a game as a service. Which of those are you more likely to play?
Some cool DDR imports.
Indie.
Indie over import?
The thing is, like, imports come pretty quickly nowadays. I think
Alright.
back in the day, I was super big on imports. Like, I modded my PS2, and I was able to pay PS3 just for the imports, and stuff just didn't make it here. Now I feel like everything's here.
Yeah, it's not
You
so
got the
much
region,
of a big deal,
yeah,
is it?
region encoding's not a huge
Yes.
deal anymore. So yeah, you can play the weird Katamari games these days.
Dude, sup from Australia. Thanks for
Whoa,
tuning in.
G'day,
dude.
mate.
Nice.
Welcome,
Aye.
Gofa Kim.
G'day, Bruce.
Yamada.
Ufa Kiyamada.
We're going worldwide.
I really hope I read that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, sorry we're butchering your name, but thank you for tuning in on the other side of the world. Dave,
Cheers.
Yeah.
What feature is missing from games today that you want back?
The ability to crush melons with your thighs.
That's not. That's not.
Raiden did it in Rising.
That's not a.
He crushed melons.
What feature is missing in games? I honestly think games have got better. I play some old games, and it's like the lack of save points and checkpoints kind of makes them frustrating.
What
Yeah.
about couch co-op?
Yeah, I could see couch co-op and the multi-tap type games would be fun.
I'd like to add one to this. Just turning the game on, and you're right at the start menu.
That
Oh,
would be nice.
actually, that's a feature that's missing from
Yeah.
today's games. No 0-day patches that are
Yeah.
like 50 gig that
my
you have
God,
to
that's
So
download.
wait, out of those three, which one are you choosing?
Patches on 0
No
day.
patches.
on 0
No
day.
Yeah.
patches.
Patchless.
There- there's a lot of
games that
things.
just actually work and you don't have to
Right.
download extra.
1.000.
The game's done, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
The
Sounds
game
like to
is
me.
out.
All right.
There you go.
Aaron,
Hmm.
this one's more funny.
Oh boy.
Like I said, it was gonna be a
All
callback.
right,
'cause
let's
you-
go.
I knew it.
Aaron, what would be the title of your sexual space torture game?
The Life and Times of Aaron Stell.
The Life and Times of Aaron Stell.
Would this feature quadriplegics?
Oh,
Yes.
boy.
Quadriplegics in space.
Again,
Oh,
inside jokes. You got to go back
wait.
to.
Is that a subtitle or is that the title?
In
Subtitle.
it should be
Subtitle.
in 0G. You don't need limbs.
Oh,
In space, you don't need limbs.
Would it have a docking mission?
No, because in space, you don't need limbs.
that's awful. All right.
So there'd be the toenail removal
Thanks.
mission.
Thanks.
Toe-
Thanks.
Toenail removal bonus
Thanks,
stage.
JPK. Oh my God.
That was some good
Again,
content.
again. You can always
DLC.
you can leave questions and comments at our Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook page, right up here at Couch Co-op Shows, all one word.
No,
No.
hyphen.
So who here can do a mafia accent?
Mafia?
Yeah, New York mafia accent. Because I can't do one. So.
Go fuck your mother. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh.
That was bad.
that was good.
Oh, wow.
What was that?
He asked, so I did it.
Mario. That's my only gangster. No, I don't know.
That's what it says.
Nobody
My
watched
name is
Sopranos?
stereotypical. And you
I
like
did.
want
I
the
have
accent,
all
you'll
the
get it.
Sopranos. I love the Sopranos. I've seen it all a million times, but I can't do an accent of that
Nah.
shit. I'm a director, not an
Nah,
actor.
Aaron got it in one.
Done in one.
Yep.
That's right.
Well done, Aaron.
All right, guys, let's
I
get to
tried.
it. We have a massive beat list. We've been beating it left and right. This, I think everyone beat something.
We beat it hard.
Holy cow.
Circle beats.
I mean, I beat it lightly.
It's a
I
circle
beat a
beat.
couple of things.
Did you? You only put one.
I spent more time
beat a couple.
watching my
You
game
doubled
than
down.
playing it.
Well, I beat Modern Warfare Remastered and Resident Evil 7. I haven't been on
Oh
since
yeah,
then.
yeah. I'm
You
sorry.
poor
Yeah,
child,
yeah,
you've
yeah,
been
yeah,
ignoring
yeah,
it,
yeah,
haven't
yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah. Well, since
You didn't
since
beat it.
Ignoring what?
since
Your
Jared
child.
Oh, no, it's night. It's still late night gaming.
since Jared hasn't been here in a while, yes, Jared, why don't you go ahead
Ah.
and tell us about your two beats?
So, Modern Warfare Remastered on Veteran is a big old pain in the ass, and I would not recommend it.
Fuck yeah, I
But-
second that.
The game is totally solid.
It's beautiful,
If you're going to play it on Veteran, there's several choke points that are really bad.
obnoxious.
Look up hints online. Just don't throw your face at it because your face will not like it. There's some parts that don't have an easy way around it.
So tough.
just stick with it.
So tough. Dave didn't even bother to do it on Veteran.
Yeah, it's one of the hardest on Veteran that I've attempted.
But
But
I
Yeah.
got this other thing to say though. It's better looking than any Call of Duty game I've played.
oh, it looks great. Well,
Like-
Yeah, looks great.
World War II looks great too. I've been
does
playing
it?
some of that.
'Cause
Yeah.
Because Black Ops, the new Black Ops, doesn't look that great in my opinion.
I didn't
Yeah.
like the color scheme on Black Ops. I don't know why. It just seemed like a little day glow in places.
Yeah, but the other one I beat is Resident Evil 7, and I completed the whole game in VR.
Sorry, dude. Actually,
And
that's right.
that
Full immersion.
Is such a wonderful game to play in VR.
Did you get
Any-
scared at all?
Well, there was a couple of jump scares, when they just come and grab you real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, those you're just like walking up the stairs and bam, there's somebody right in your
How
face.
about that stage where you go into the garage?
Oh yeah, the first
That-
boss
that-
fight.
That's really difficult, whether you're in VR or not.
I don't know. I died once.
Oh, I
and-
died multiple times on that.
Well, the second time through, I grabbed the keys because he grabs the keys, and you can go over and grab him and drive the car and slam into him.
Nice.
Yeah, but it didn't stop him
Yeah?
from killing me a couple
Okay.
of times.
Okay.
Wait,
Pulling
so
me out
you
the
played
car.
the entire thing in VR?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Well,
when I, first
Wow.
did
I
this.
tried it once just to see what it was like outside of VR, and it made me want to be back in VR.
What?
Because the game is really that good in VR.
Huh.
Early on, when I first started talking about it, when I first plugged it in, the very first part before you get in the mansion looks like complete
Yeah, in
butt.
the woods you mentioned.
Yeah,
just
it's not
don't-
very
Oh
good
yeah,
looking.
that looked like butt, but that was the worst part of it in VR. Everything else, because there's a lot that you do in the outside or in the mines and stuff like that, and it looks fantastic. So
That's awesome.
highly, highly recommend Resident Evil 7 in
It's
VR.
a good game, even if you don't play in VR.
Yeah,
And speaking of VR, but Scott didn't play it in VR. Tetris Effect.
I want that so
Yeah.
bad.
Oh.
This was my first experience with a library video game rental, and they said you can rent up to 100 games.
What?
I walked out of there with 7. I'm
What?
pretty proud of 7 titles
100?
and juggling
I feel like
checking them
100
titles.
100 in a
excessive.
month?
At a time.
at a time.
What?
So yeah,
So obviously they don't think anybody's gonna try that. So
Well,
what's
usually
the
they
word?
I
don't
think they make
have
their money on return
100
fees.
Yeah.
So Tetris Effect was beautiful, and there were times where I didn't have the VR on, but I used the right analog stick just to kind of view around the viewing space, and it was really nice. The music was great. There's actually a jazz stage where every little beat and turn has its own little boop, boop, Jazz.
Yeah, I want to play that.
The
so
last stage
bad.
was crazy. You have to clear 90 lines. So no big deal when you're just doing your little Tetris thing. But when it gets like super speedy and you start stacking up, it got crazy. And I had a streamer like watching me, and they're like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna stick around until you beat the game." So I had that almost like fan base going of like, "You can do it.
Yeah,
You
that's
can do
fun.
it." It was like a half
Ur-
hour.
urging you to complete it. That's fun.
Night
Yeah, I hit
Yeah.
like 88 at one point and just like stacked, and I had to do it all over again. But like beating it finally, like I danced. I like did a little like victory dance when I beat it. It was so amazing. So great game. I think Tetris is forever. I think this is gonna be a game that'll, it won't age. It'll just be like beautiful always 'cause it's Tetris.
Yeah.
And the VR aspect, I really want to play it again with like the VR part of it. My friend has an insane scores. Like I actually want to try to take on his challenges.
I am really curious if anybody actually likes watching people play or stream VR.
I
So
think Tetris
if
would be
if
a very
anybody
light,
is
yeah.
inclined to
Why don't you stream it and find out?
comment,
Yeah, stream it and
I
find out.
have streamed VR and I didn't get one viewer, so but that's me, so that's not saying much. I'm just curious, our listeners, if they could comment and say if you actually would be interested in watching somebody stream VR, and just see my perspective, because you don't get to see me, which darn, but you get to see what I'm looking at.
But you're
Yeah.
such a sexy man.
Well, from one goofy game
Aw.
to another, Dave beat Yakuza Kiwami. Kiwami? Is that how you pronounce it?
Oh, who knows?
Kiwami.
I'm
Is
pretty
it
sure you
Yakuza
got it.
6?
No, it's the first Yakuza.
Oh,
Yakuza
it's the
Ki- it's the
Yeah,
remake.
It's the remake of
Re-
the first one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm so surprised that Dave
That
fucking
is-
got into this game.
That is a game with more it's. I think we were discussing it on the way here. The last game I played that had such long cutscenes.
Metal
and
Gear Solid.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2. It was
Okay.
just, but it was fun, and I really enjoyed the brawling mechanic. And Ian's doing something.
Why is
But
Derby Championship coming up?
It's Breeders' Cup.
Yeah. Bethesda.
yeah.
No, go ahead,
Anyway,
Bethesda
Yakuza is a fantastic game if you like those kind of Japanese story games. And it kind of reminded me of, as Ian said, I believe, an Urban Rain type beat 'em up single player.
It's Shinmu, right? It's basically
Yeah,
Shinmu.
it's basically a Shenmue type game. And I just really enjoyed it. I enjoyed leveling up my character and going to the stores and
all those people that think Shinmu's dead is like Yakuza's been going on
yeah.
forever. They just moved on.
Yeah, it is the nearest thing I've played to Shenmue.
What was your favorite aspect of the game? Because that has a lot of random stuff in it.
The wife simulator or the girl dating? I think that's a thing.
There's like
Oh,
mini
I must have missed that
No,
mini
maybe
game.
that's later.
There was one where
cut it.
a lady put a tablet in my whiskey, and I passed out, and I was poor at
All right,
the end of it.
I have a question.
I got date raped.
I've played the first like hour, 2 hours of this game. Is it the same type of game in those first 2 hours as it is at the end of the game?
Yeah, the fighting mechanic just gets the fights get more people, and then the cutscenes get longer and more
Wait,
complex.
do you learn better fighting
Oh,
moves? Do
jeez.
you improve your?
Oh
like,
yeah, there's
yeah.
all sorts of like combos and stuff. So you get experience points, and the first it's like a circle, and the first level of experience points costs 1. The next level's 3. The next level's 10 points. The next level's 50, and then the next level after that is 85. And it's kind of like a maze. You can power up as you go along, and it's just a lot of fun. And you get more moves, you get more health, you get more, and then you can replay it as well, because you don't get to full Ian level until you're
How long did it take you to beat this game, you think?
You're playing it for a while.
Yeah.
probably 15 to 20 hours somewhere in
No,
there.
not as long as I was
Yeah,
thought.
so you just didn't play it as often as I was
Maybe
thinking.
maybe because I would usually play 2 to 3 hours on a night, and it did seem like I played at least 10 nights.
Is there a bunch of stuff you didn't do in the game?
I did a few of the side missions, but I didn't actively seek them out.
And how
No.
likely are you to actually play a sequel in this series?
50-50. Mainly because
Because you got about 6 of them, right?
yeah, partly because there's 6 of them, and partly because there's just so many other games I want to play as well. And I'm kind of going to be disappearing into a retro rabbit hole, I think. So
Yeah.
fun.
Retro rabbit
Yeah.
hole. I'll join you.
You should get a streaming card so you could stream some of that retro stuff.
retro or
I was
go
just
home.
going to steal Ian's.
Yeah, that'd be
Doc
great.
and Dave down the retro rabbit hole.
Yeah, which those of you that
DDR.
don't know, Ian has acquired a streaming
Yeah.
card so he can stream PS2 games and other
Anything.
other
Oh.
anything stuff. So
Come into my hole.
stay tuned.
Oh,
Any holes?
Any holes a goal.
oh boy,
Speaking of any hole, Aaron finally beat Anthem.
I did.
Ermagerd.
And they had to play it alone as well because we'd all bug it off.
Yeah, I deleted
no,
it
I
off
had
my
help.
system.
I actually had help from random people in the server. It
Oh,
was
good.
nice.
So how's your feeling of the game overall at the end?
Meh.
Meh.
That's literally what it is.
You gonna sell it back?
I don't know. I should.
It's a solid 7.5.
Seven
but
and a half.
it's good.
I hope they come out with DLC.
It's good.
That's my hope.
It's fine
They're
enough.
supposed to. They're committed
Yeah.
to it, but
Who
I mean,
knows?
just like, what did you not like about the game?
I just the ending was
Does the ending make sense?
no. It does not make sense to me at all. I felt like there should have been something a little more like it was more like huh?
Or like,
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
Aaron
It's
speaks.
dead.
Aaron speaks in caveman.
It's
pretty much.
dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was,
Fire? No fire.
it was I felt like the discovery of fire was more interesting than this. I will say that much.
Burn.
Oh, play out of words. I
Oh.
like that.
Bum, bum, ba-da.
But no, I just there should have been more to the ending of that game. It
Well,
was disappointing.
Ryan just got it, so I'll probably play with him if I see him online playing.
I'll play with him. I'll help him out.
I'll reinstall it once they put like some big ass like update.
Well, the Cataclysm's
Yeah.
still coming, supposedly. so
Supposedly.
it
I
got
mean,
delayed.
This is just like
I'll
the
believe it
dragons
when
from
I
Game
see
of
it.
Thrones. They eventually come. It takes forever
Yeah, Cataclysm is coming.
though.
We'll see. We'll see. And my
Someday.
beat is not that great of a beat, but it's gonna lead into the gaming roundtable where I list a bunch of shit. So, you guys, strap in.
He's been beating it hard.
Like Jared,
strap
like,
in, strap on.
like Jared mentioned.
Take Ian for a ride.
Strap
Like
on.
Jared mentioned, I acquired my Elgato HD60 capture card finally. So I'm
Woo!
streaming. Well, I mean, I was streaming stuff before, but now I can stream all kinds of shit now. And I decided that I will do PS2 games.
Yay!
And so I did technically beat. I ran through Soul Calibur 2 on PS2 again, and I ran through it in like 40 minutes.
wow.
And man, you can. It's funny going back to certain games and they don't hold up. It's another thing going back to a really good fighting game and just how well mechanically, game wise, that game is just like it is so solid still. Like I imagine like Street Fighter is on certain consoles still. Or something. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how good Street Fighter 2 is on PS, like Super
ages
Nintendo
well.
still.
No
I don't know
one
how
will
well
know.
it
Third Strike
ages.
is still fun.
I don't know how well it ages, but man, Soul Calibur 2 on PS2 is still like just, man, it is sweet, man. It still looks good. The cutscenes are actually look really good, and it's just like, wow, this is so much fun to play. So I beat that. I don't know if that really counts. I mean, I beat it a million times, so
Yeah, counts, whatever.
Counts.
You
I
beat a
just-
game.
I mainly did it as a segue into my long list of shitty PS2 games I played.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
Well-
so I'm just gonna rifle these off, and if you guys want to hear about any of them, I'll talk about them. But I'm just gonna rifle them off really quick. So on PS2, I played Burnout Dominator. I played Blood Rain. I played The Mark of Kree. I played Nicktoons Unite, and I played Hot Wheels Stunt Track Challenge.
Out of all those, I'm surprised about Nicktoons.
Is that it?
the
There's
only
no
one.
Breeders' Cup.
I haven't hit Breeders' Cup yet.
Why did
Oh,
you hold?
okay, I've-
I
Is
guess I'm
that why you
requesting
held
that.
Breeders' Cup up? So
It's-
because you're gonna stream that next?
Well,
Yeah.
if
Coming
if,
soon.
if our viewers want it,
It's
Yeah,
just the Ian jerking
You know,
off on
it's,
camera.
it's a horse racing game for those uninformed.
You know what I th- you know-
uninformed.
You know what I thought would be kind of awesome is like if like one of you set up a different streaming thing where like I do Breeders' Cup, but then you guys handle booking bets.
Eh.
So like
Oh, yeah,
while
Oh,
I race and I don't know what's going on, who's betting money.
Yeah.
It could be
Then-
like betting on Twitch. You just
Yeah, you're just
exclamation point.
Yeah.
Always bet on
Pony
black.
Blue.
I don't think we should get into that because we'll probably get.
And
But anyway, I thought it would
Yeah.
be funny. No, I haven't done Breeders' Cup. I have a stack of like games I've never played over here, and they're pretty bad. And so, yeah. So you'll notice that like Burnout Dominator was like a game I enjoy, and I played that. And Blood Rain is a mediocre game, but was still a lot of fun.
which
And,
has terrible movies as well.
Yes.
Actually,
they're awful.
it has terrible movies, but the voice acting is actually pretty fucking good for
Yeah.
that game. Actually,
I had fun with those games
Yeah.
back in the day.
it's like Majesco is a shitty developer back in that day, but like that's like the best game they ever put forward. Like you're talking about it's like, hey, we really tried here, and maybe it didn't succeed,
yeah,
but
I had
Ian,
fun.
you should play through our bottom loved but whatever. There's a lot of PS2 titles.
if
You
you
could-
have them,
Yeah, I'll
all
dig in
right.
the basement.
All right.
And if you don't have them, we can maybe
Oh
acquire
yeah,
some.
Retro Expo.
Bradley Stevens
That's
from
right.
our group, he recommended the Mark of Cree. I've never played it. I have both the games. I have the first one and the second one. So I put the Mark of Cree in, and I started playing it. Man, that game's fucking tough.
Ooh,
And it's such an odd game because it controls way differently than you would want. But it's from San Diego, Sony San Diego.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a Sony first party. And it's like, when is Sony gonna resurrect this franchise? The Nicktoons thing that Aaron was talking about. It's just one of my shitty games I had, and actually that game is not that shitty.
ooh.
Wow.
All right.
We should multi-tap it. It's like a 4-player Diablo
Couch
type.
co-op.
Diablo type.
You
game.
have a
Nice.
multi-tap for yours, don't you?
I do, but not for my
Not
slim.
for the slim, yeah.
I do for my fat, but my fat doesn't always work. So, but it is a 4-player. Yeah, it's like a Diablo, but you play a
Wow.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
There's a whole bunch of different characters. SpongeBob's actually in the background. You probably can't see. Oh, I moved the camera. You can't see him anymore, but he's back in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He's there.
Yeah,
and
you,
then-
you don't want to see something like that.
And then Hot Wheels Stunt Track Challenge is awful. I mean, it's fine. It works fine. It doesn't have any problems, but it's just like boring as fuck. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get a collection of games together, and I'm either going to
Beat 'em all.
No, at Portland Retro, I'm either just gonna trade them in for something, or if a fan comes up to us, I will just give them all the PS2 games,
Ooh.
all the
Ooh.
shitty,
Awesome.
all the shitty PS2 games. So I'm gonna tease that now. And
Yeah.
as I play through my PS2 collection,
I'll add to that collection.
Didn't Dave throw a game into
He-
up into the second
Yes.
floor for somebody?
Yes, he did. I remember
That
this.
was a
he
PC
did,
game.
He did,
That
but
was
it
a
was
PC
It
game.
was Europe though. It was like a PAL game.
Yeah.
wasn't
Well,
it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll join in that because I
I'll
think I have
contribute.
all the copies of Urban Reign, so I can maybe spare
In
one
existence.
of the best game ever made for the PlayStation 2.
So basically, the idea is while we're walking around the show, if you come up to us, I'll give it away. I'll give you all these games. If no one comes up to us, then we're gonna trade it in at the end of the day for something else
Yeah.
in the show.
Possibly
So-
better.
Yeah.
Possibly better, and then
No
you know,
guarantees.
So no guarantees. So that's the show's quite a ways away, and the game collection could really rise. But Nicktoons Unite is not going to be in that pile because I actually like the
But
game.
Micro Machines?
Wow.
No, Hot Wheels.
What was your
Hot Wheels
character?
is definitely gonna. No, it's cool when you're playing by yourself. You can switch between them anytime.
Okay, fun.
So it's actually a really competent game.
Yeah.
It's a THQ game anyway,
I was going to say, you're getting rid of Micro Machines. That's a good game.
not Micro Machines. Hot
Yeah,
Wheels.
exactly.
Hot Wheels.
Oh.
Battery level low.
Oh.
Well, we have
no.
we have a backup screen.
Oh, we lost the
Oh,
camera.
it's this. It's like what? Oh.
Well,
You can't see it, but we're looking at color bars.
Hold on.
yeah.
The stream's fine.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah,
beep,
that's
beep,
the
beep.
camera.
No.
But
Watch the delay. So audio's still going. We can.
We're still
yeah,
good.
we can still talk.
Shout out to KRXO.
But
And,
the
Croc-
game,
no, you can't have a follow back right now.
the game
But,
that
you'll
I
get one in a moment.
recommended
well, for
Ian
Kiamata,
play,
forget about
he
it.
doesn't
Ain't no
have it,
follow
but
back,
one of
girl.
my favorite for PS2 early days was Summoner.
Oh,
I recommended he played
that
that,
game
but
was
he doesn't
fun.
have that
I
one.
played the sequel. It's actually
Yeah.
pretty good.
We
too.
will get.
I really enjoyed that.
We will get the bottom of the barrel.
I never played the sequel though.
It was.
I mean, he does
I
have a
felt it was
rather
pretty good.
impressive collection
It's a
of
continuation. I
PS2
felt like. But it's
Yeah,
good
he
all
has a
in all.
lot of games. I think he
And
just
then
like,
I have a
for
ton as well, so.
For a while, he just kind of bought whatever crap he could find, and just to bolster up his collection. But he stopped doing that quite a while ago. He's
No,
Slow-
I
well,
think he's got a quality collection.
I think
It's
mean,
pretty big,
I think
and
the last time
really
he
well
added a game
stocked.
to the collection was the Legendary Games that we went to. I think he
wait
bought
a minute.
something.
I thought he did a serious.
Yeah, Urban
Yeah.
Reign.
Rain,
Urban Reign
PAL
was the last
version.
game he bought.
yeah, and I ended up
Oh.
with 2 copies of it.
Yeah.
I don't remember why.
Greatest
Because you were
collection
gonna
ever.
try and save it and
Yeah.
make money off of it. I thought.
No, I don't.
You make money off of
It wasn't
Urban
worth
Reign.
as
I
much
thought
as.
that's what he was trying to do.
Obviously, as a
It is an
joke.
awesome game, though.
But one of the things that I like about his pictures that he's streaming the most is he has his cool what version of Sonic the Hedgehog is that for your controller PS2?
No, it's not Sonic.
Shadow
it's
the
Shadow
Hedgehog?
the Hedgehog.
Shadow the
That's
Hedgehog.
like
Yeah,
a
it's
PS2 game,
Shadow.
isn't
And
it?
it came with like a case, a really fancy case, didn't it?
Possible.
Where is? Yeah, it came with a dome.
Yeah, it's like a dome that you're supposed to store this controller in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
which
even know where that's at.
Yeah, which Dave is the crazy controller collector. He used to control.
No,
collect a
I
lot
don't.
of the
I don't like
controllers.
controllers that are just controllers. I need light guns or
Yeah, accessories.
bongo
Same
drums
thing,
or
yeah.
I don't know, vibrating
But
things.
there hasn't been a lot of that stuff this generation. It's like the Drum Master games didn't even get the drums in the United
Well,
States.
if
You
you-
had to
Ico
import
Drum
those
Master
from
got
Japan.
shafted.
Have you noticed how there isn't really a third-party controller thing
No.
anymore?
Didn't Mad Catz failed from Rock Band?
Hatsune Miku had a
or
$400
Guitar Hero,
controller.
one of
Yeah.
those. Yeah.
What?
Hatsune Miku also has a guitar pedal. You can plug your guitar in
Oh
that
my
makes it
God.
sound like Hatsune Miku.
$400
Oh, funny.
Controller. No
Yeah,
thanks.
I think Korg makes it, and they only made a couple of them, and now
That's
they're like
fun.
$200.
Oh, jeez, that's brutal.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, for our live
Kinda. It is
watchers,
crazy.
Ian is still trying to get a battery put in
We're
his
experiencing
video
technical
setup.
difficulties.
I wish they had the color bars. Color bars
Uh.
are actually a little more entertaining than a black screen.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we'll have the video up soon. We're just kind of killing some time with
Stall.
interesting controller and PS2 talk.
Yeah.
Apparently
Nah.
not. Unfortunately.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
No.
Get no
Your-
follow back.
your battery
boy.
has
Yeah, dude.
aged as well
Yeah.
as we have on the couch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like fine wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Anyway, what?
So the next one was so Jared should talk
Yeah.
about Dreams
yeah.
early access.
I did buy the Dreams Early Access. It's $30 right
Is
now.
that
You
the
can
game
buy
where
it.
you make your own games
Yeah, you
Ah.
you don't have to make games though.
or play other people's made games?
So it has a lot of different areas that you can be really good at, and if that's the one thing you like you can create music.
Nice.
You can create textures. You can create paintings. You can create objects, sculptures. You can create anything that you really put your mind to. You can create characters and animate them in specific ways. You can create special effects for like characters when they're doing fighting or whatever. You can make really cool blast effects and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And
pretty
people
cool.
can use your stuff and collaborate with each other and make really cool content.
And Nintendo haven't shut it down yet for all those
Mario
Nintendo
level
clones.
one.
Yeah, not yet. I played one of the Mario clones. It's terrible, so I don't know if they really care about that. I mean, it's not terrible. It's really cool that it was able to be made in this software, just random software that was, put out there for people to create stuff. Which there's some scenes that people have created where you can't play in it. It's just like a camera scene that kind of shifts around, and the
It's like
environment's really beautiful and
experience,
really well created. So far there's a lot of really well created stuff, a lot of really cool music people are making. I haven't played with the music making tools. I'm really interested in that. After I did some of the tutorials, I made my very first tree, which I think turned out very nice. I'm
You need to
kinda
make
proud of
couch
that.
co-op the game.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about making a game yet, but I might try and make a couch, a red couch.
Well,
to
I have
match.
I have an idea for a game. I'll tell you after the show.
But if anybody is getting into that, what I would strongly recommend is the first time I went through, I did the tutorials with my PlayStation 4 DualShock controller.
Yeah.
The second time through the tutorials, I used the Move controllers, and there's specific
Ooh.
tutorials for the Move controllers. Complete game changer. Oh my God, it's so much different.
Sounds like it would
Was
be.
it
And it-
easier, more
it's
or
so
just
much
different?
easier, so much more intuitive.
I feel like Little Big Planet could have benefited from just like the smoothness of a Move controller
Yeah.
versus like an analog. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
even just like, because there's like an effect like combing, so you can comb the wind or whatever effect you have into a certain direction to create a certain flow. And combing with the Move controller, it's actually like painting, yeah. Because
Oh, cool.
the trigger on the back is context sensitive, so the
Nice.
lighter you push, the lighter the brush strokes that you do on paintings. If you do it real hard, it just kind of puts a big old mash of stuff on there with whatever default texture is there. But if you push it really lightly, it's like nice and smooth and feels
Cool.
so freaking good.
Story of life. Don't
I-
over squish it.
Am ultimately impressed with this. It's such cool software. Ian played the Dreams demo
Early beta, yeah.
a lot. He did a lot of tutorials, but I don't think he used the Move controllers,
Yeah,
and,
and that-
it completely changes the experience. Like I mean, there's a button you have to hold to toggle to like take away things or add things, and to do that with the move controllers, you just bop the other controller on the head,
Yeah.
and it switches it between the two, and it's really easy, intuitive, and it just works so well. I would recommend anybody gets into it, even if they don't want to create, just going through the tutorials would probably get you interested in something.
When is this out, Dreams?
Dreams does not have an official launch date. Right now, it's the early access you can buy right now for $30 on PSN.
Nice.
And I'm not a super creative person, but it really got my brain juices flowing, like what I want to make, what I want to do, and I'm really motivated by it. It's really cool.
So it's another one of these Minecraft-esque games where it'll be in beta for like 2 years and then eventually released.
Sounds
I mean,
fun.
I saw it
Yeah.
at PAX, and PAX I almost feel like is a year ago. But it's gone through its phases and slowly become more and more
Yeah.
Yeah,
popular.
and for those of you that don't know, this is made by Media Molecule. They made the Little Big Planet games, which also each one of those had creative suites in them, so you
Yep.
could build your own levels. And people in those made all sorts of different games, just figuring out how to manipulate the creation software. And this software seems like there's no limits. I mean, just whatever your imagination can come up with, there's going to be a way to program it.
Nice.
You just need to connect all the tools together, and it all works. It's just so wonderful. And they do Twitch streams every week, Media Molecule, and they show the different things that the community has created. And they also do Twitch streams about things that they're creating and how to use these tools and
Nice.
different ways to manipulate them. So a big, huge 2 thumbs up on this. I'd even put my toes up on that one. Aaron has a really big toe.
9
I would put
toes.
that one up.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'd put
The
that
big
one
leg.
up.
so
Yeah, that big old bandage on there.
yeah,
but,
that thing will
uh,
be coming off by tomorrow.
That's
or
probably
tonight.
enough of Dreams. A few other ones I've been playing. Borderlands the pre-sequel, because I am so stoked for Borderlands 3. So excited.
back.
And
Nice.
I jumped in.
We're kind of back.
And-
This is a Band-Aid.
Yeah,
This'll
yeah.
work for now.
Ian got the camera back up for the video people.
I got a
but,
different camera up. The other one's dead right now.
Yeah, but the pre-sequel has lots of glitches. There was a mission I had to quit and come back into and complete because things spawned improperly. But that's enough about Borderlands pre-sequel. That's a really old game. I don't think anybody really cares. Call of Duty World War II, that's so like 2 years ago.
Totally.
But I forgot completely that they changed health in that. You do not regenerate health. It has health packs, and it's not innovative like in Doom where you have to get in enemies' faces to recover your health. And it's like, oh, crap, I'm super injured. I have 5 health left, and there's no health packs around. I'm dead. So
Boo.
I put that on its lowest
Is-
difficulty because I want to enjoy it.
Is that a remake of the PS2 one? Or
No, it's just
PS3?
No,
World War II.
This is
Yes.
actual
Okay.
the new one. This is the one just before Black Ops.
Yeah, it came out last year, 2 years ago. Yeah,
I think it
because
was 2 years ago.
Black
yeah.
Ops 4 came out last fall, and it was
Mhm.
the fall before that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really, it looks really nice. It's really well done. It's just that health pack thing ruins it. I wish they'd put an option in there like the easy setting to regenerate health or something like that. Because I don't like health packs. I liked them in Doom because you had to go and punch something in the face. You know, you had to be
Yeah.
up in its face and do some
Yep.
crazy shit, and you'd get health.
Oh yeah.
But this is just like if you don't have health, you're just kind of fucked.
yeah.
There's
much.
one dude that like every 2 minutes you'll get a health pack from, but I'm not gonna sit there for 2.5, 3 minutes, however long it freaking takes, just to get a health pack that might get me through the mission.
Oh,
It's
angry,
quicker-
angry Jared.
No,
Angry
he's fired up.
Jared.
No, it's quicker just to die and redo it than it is to wait for this dude to throw me a health pack.
Dude, you could have got like at least 20 health packs in the time it's taken us for this podcast.
Yeah,
It isn't
that long.
Well, I was delaying for the camera setup there.
No, he was doing
Well
a great
done.
job.
Yeah, great
I
stuff.
think I
let's
was
go.
doing
Let's
a
go.
fine job.
Let's go from a tale of fail to a tale of triumph. Aaron,
Yeah.
first win, first kill.
I
Woo.
know. It's pretty much in the same round I played too.
What game?
Apex Legends.
Woo.
One of the games I've never been able to get that far ever in any game like it. And seriously, I've only played a few type of games like it, but that's the one game I felt confident I'd eventually get a kill in. Because, Fortnite, no. I don't really want to try out, God, what's the other one like it? PUBG. Don't want to buy that. But
What about Fortnite, bro?
that's what I just said. No.
Scott says we need to play more Fortnite.
No, I don't want to play Fortnite. Forget that game. But no, it's one of the games that you can actually feel like you can actually beat At least around it anyway. Obviously, you're not going to be like a pro or anything in that, but
Well, you could if you
could if you-
tried really, really, really hard and
Yeah.
spent your whole life doing it.
Or
Yeah.
if you were really good at it.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
just get good, as they say in Soulsborne.
Right. But I felt really good about this kill because it was like literally right after I got that kill, my team won the round. It was awesome. I've never been that high up in a game rank ever. It was very nice.
All right, awesome. We're gonna move on to a Ubisoft section of the game, Ubisoft corner of our podcast, and we're gonna start off with some Rayman Legends.
Woo!
Scotty.
Yeah. So I'm closing in on that.
Wait, how close are you?
think
How
you beat
far?
it.
Wait, how
Level-
how far away are you from Jared?
So wise, I'm 500,000. I think 1,000,000 is definitely like the last thing you need to do because it's just repetitive, playing the game on the daily, getting your daily bonuses, and beating the challenges.
Yeah.
So I've been doing challenges pretty regularly.
What awesomeness rank are you at?
I'm closing in on 9. I'm about to hit 10.
And then after you complete 10,
Uh-huh.
good luck.
Yeah, you get your diamond statuses. I also did the silly mini modes where you do like the luchador level where he has to kill 10 enemies. That was fun. Another one, don't get caught by lasers. Like there's very, very specific challenges, and I enjoyed those because it's just like don't just beat the level without getting touched or getting hit. And it's definitely one of the best platformers I've ever played.
I've had plenty of time for that game to settle in, and it is definitely the greatest platformer of all time.
Do you want to offer a challenge that I will not, or that I will beat your
Challenge.
awesomeness
Who
You're
will
just a
platinum
sucker
it
for
first?
challenges.
by 2020?
Go
All
for
these-
it, dude. Go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it.
Wait. Are we making an official challenge?
Oh well,
Sure, why
I'm
not?
not gonna compete in it, so it's
Me
just
either.
up
You're
to
holding
yeah.
the
It's just
So
up
what's
to
the-
him.
So
to
what's the challenge? What does he get?
get
if
to
he,
awesomeness rank 11.
if he doesn't?
or platinum the game.
what
I'll,
is?
I'll
what is-
give him a big old pat on the back.
Oh.
Ah, yeah, you hear that? Pat on the
Woo.
back.
I might even offer a hug.
Aww.
I give really good hugs.
Jared
That's
is-
true. He does.
true.
Yeah.
Jared has no interest in competing in this challenge. Then.
No,
one does require Jared's help, and that's beating a friend's challenge 30 times, which I have 1 out of 30. Nick also plays the game, so I could have Nick help on that, but it's
I
a
don't know.
lot of dedication on that game. Like
what if he actually gets the platinum in that game? What kind of offer do you think we should put up on the table?
Us, he's challenging you.
this is
Yeah,
a one-on-one.
but-
Yeah.
I don't play
It's-
that game.
Maybe a high five.
When I
Yeah.
said I was gonna beat your awesome, I'm gonna get level 11 awesome. You
I
said
gave-
you're not gonna do it.
I
You've been
gave Reverend $10 this month.
I think it was
I'm tapped out.
You'll-
couch co-op episode like 10. You said I'm gonna finish this game.
I don't
Yeah.
recall
Yeah,
Jared
I,
ever
uh,
issuing a challenge to you about
I
that.
know, no,
honestly.
not a challenge.
not.
I
He's not.
am.
Okay,
I
okay.
brought the challenge up, but
Right.
Yeah,
I thought
it-
you mentioned. I thought he
Fine,
said.
I'm
something
gonna
about
do it.
before. I'm
If
like,
you can do it,
when?
I'll give you $10.
all right.
I mean,
PSN
I'm
credit.
I'm not made of money, so $10
PSN
is,
credit. I'll take
plenty.
it. I'll take that PSN
Yeah.
money.
All right. So good luck.
Challenge on the table. Level 11 awesomeness by 2020.
Just remember episode 179, where at like episode 400, and you're like, I finally beat
Got
this
it.
game. I'm so bored.
Yeah.
There you go, $10.
Rayman Legends on the PlayStation 4.
My hair's so gray.
We're gonna kill the camera again, guys.
All right.
Okay.
Just because I'm like,
Stall. Talk
All
about
right.
something.
So
No,
Ian,
it's fine. It
Ian can
doesn't
now
matter.
talk about his Ubisoft title.
oh, see, look at that was back.
Yeah. What we
Yay.
Woo.
Woo.
Yeah.
I know he bought a game for
Corona.
super cheap on a golden. Well, no, that wasn't part of the golden sale. It was the,
no, it
just
was
the
part
deal.
of the.
It was
it's
the
just-
golden shower.
No, he
Yeah.
has a golden shower. No,
Golden
I bought
shower.
Watch Dogs 2,
Yeah, $8.
$8.99,
That's
Yeah.
right. You mentioned that.
and
Was that about $8.98 too much?
No, it's Here's the thing, I bought Watch Dogs 1 for like $20,
I bought that game and I never
And,
played it.
and that game's awful. And this
Never tried it.
this game makes up for it.
Oh, good.
Watch Dogs 2 is actually pretty awesome. I really enjoy the characters. I mean, it's the same. You're doing the same stuff, but it's more refined. It plays better. The characters are way more fun, and the stories are funny. Like my first main mission quest was basically rescuing Tom Cruise from Scientology, and it's
Great.
So
it's pretty awesome.
I have
sounds
to admit,
very
I watched you
dangerous,
stream it a
too.
little bit, and man, you're really good at hitting those trees.
Well, Jared,
Those
Wait till he plays
trees
Red
do
Dead.
not give.
here's the funny thing about
Nope.
that,
How
Jared.
many
That's
beers?
awesome.
I was so drunk when I don't even remember streaming that game. I was so trashed.
Oh yeah, so you're
Uh,
obviously drunk driving, but those trees,
Just don't
they're
remember.
relentless. They just those trees don't budge. You stopped every single time, and I got bored and left.
Oh.
That's the story of my Twitch. I think.
We got a new follower, by the way. Taco Lover 38.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Tacos.
I do
Hi.
love tacos.
Mm.
Who doesn't
Yeah.
like tacos?
Taco
Uh,
break.
Yeah, let's go get tacos.
Tacos.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
I do
burnt-
love hot dogs.
I do love a
don't
good
worry.
sausage, but you know.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out. I'm sorry. Sorry, Taco. We're trying to fix. We're having some streaming issues with the camera. It died.
Ian's
Yeah.
having some issues. Yeah.
But I
Anyway,
think I fixed it.
Back to the plot.
The audio listeners love this content.
Yes.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if they do.
All about
totally.
the talking.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta fix this fucking part now.
All right, so Ian likes Watch Dogs. He
No,
digs
no,
it.
no. So it was a Ubisoft corner talk is what I'm talking about. And so like it was
Yeah,
Rayman.
Uno's a great
It
game.
was Rayman, and then I
Uno.
fucking no, I played the new Assassin's Creed Odyssey overrated DLC.
Overrated DLC.
well-
overrated. I thought you loved
Oh,
that.
man.
No, I
game.
do,
I
but
know,
Scott
right?
Scott thinks the game's overrated, so I just wanted
Oh,
to
I see.
I just
Oh,
wanted
boy.
to toss that in there. But no, it's awesome. Like the first DLC took place in the main map, and then this new DLC is like a completely new area, and it's super awesome. Matt and I, because Matt's a big Assassin's Creed Odyssey fan, he and I have just been loving it. So I'm only in the first chapter, almost done with it, but I can't wait for the other two chapters. So Ubisoft is killing it, man. Ubisoft destroying. We'll move on to another developer, Capcom. And you know what's funny, Jared? Because I forgot that you beat. For some reason I didn't realize that you beat
Yeah,
the game,
yeah,
and I
that's
put
cool.
Resident Evil in the Capcom thing, but I've since deleted it, and we'll let Scott talk about Milkman X Legacy Collection. Oh wait, you mean Mega Man?
Milkman.
I think
or
Milkman.
Mappy Man.
Well, how much money has Mega Man milked out of these pockets?
Oh,
For how many
my
years?
God.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, Mega Man X Legacy, disc 1 and 2. So I really like whenever someone defends how real emulation versus RetroPie is, they always bring up Mega Man X because you have to have those like split-second reactions. You can't just have that like 2-second delay. Like Mega Man X is all about just like quick timing and platforming and stuff. And it felt great to play it again. The music's great. Then you get to X2, and then by 3 it's like cinematics. By 4,
I loved
Mega Man can
X3.
actually like duck an attack,
weird.
and that just threw me off. As like, what do I do?
I
This is
played so
not a
much of
Mega
Mega
Man
Man
attack.
X1 and 2,
Down.
and I loved them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trophies were kind of fun. One was to shoot the credits. Like
Huh.
you literally like have like a little battle in the credit scene that plays like an extra thing.
I like games that make the credits
Yeah,
interactive.
let's-
That's
let's-
fun.
Yeah.
Give you
Why
something to do
not?
instead of just like letting them scroll by. So
Yeah.
I played a little of every Mega Man X, but I think I'm gonna go back to just X1 and 2 because those were my favorites. Get the Hadouken shot, get the Shoryuken. I always thought those were like cool Capcom bonuses.
Yeah.
I don't see myself playing through like X7 and stuff. I lost interest by then. And
Yeah, those aren't the best.
It's-
I only played 1 and 2.
I played
Yeah.
1, 2. I think I played 2, 3, and 4 of those ones, and I tried X8. And,
yeah.
not the
Yeah,
greatest.
Legacy Collection.
I'm still waiting for a new Mega Man Legends, but that's never gonna happen.
Lover!
Hi.
All right, so if we're gonna stick with Capcom, I also bought during the sale this week or last week Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate,
Oh.
Nice.
$9.99.
A lot of Marvel in that one.
That's a Marvel.
Yeah.
This
Kind of
is-
a weird
I mean,
looking game.
But it is also Capcom.
it's fun. It's crazy, over the top. It's a tag team, three-player tag team versus another team, and it's just Marvel versus Capcom. It's crazy over the top.
Marvel, baby.
I've only played it a few times. It's fucking crazy. It's a lot of fun. We're gonna segue from that fighting game to another fighting game I've been playing, Tekken 7. I got-
After
my
Amazon.
goodness.
After Amazon fucked me and sent me a copy with no disc,
Oops.
I sent my case back, and
was it sealed
it was sealed.
without a game
Wow.
inside?
It was
of it?
out of the
Huh.
game inside.
How does that ever happen?
That
Just
happens more often
Maybe
than
the
you think.
machine fucked up. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
someone
so-
got 2 discs.
So they sent me back a new copy. I got a new copy, and I've been playing it, and it's not as good as Soul Calibur, guys. Not as good as Soul Calibur 6. It's a competent fighting game. It's not as good as Soul Calibur 6.
Why
Tekken
was
6.
I surprised?
Hasn't
I'm
that
not.
been the case since Soul Calibur started, though? I've always felt that Soul Calibur just took over from Tekken.
No, I feel
Tekken
like
became
Tekken.
this.
No, Tekken 6 is a really good game. I thought, but it feels like it's a completely different game now. Like it feels different. It doesn't play quite the same, and I don't know. I'm glad I didn't spend a lot of money on it. I'm glad it was cheap. But Tekken 7.
Oh,
I've been playing it. I'll beat it. It's fun. And we're
lost
gonna go
Scott.
from one Japanese weird thing to even crazier. We're gonna go to Dave's Game of the Year a couple years back, Hatsune Miku,
Ooh.
oh yeah.
because Scott's been playing it.
It
and
felt like Guitaru Man, that the notes kind of fly all over the stage. So I don't get the gift thing. Talk to me. How do I gift? Because the girl was like, "I'm hungry," and I fed her, and she's like, "I'm not ready for a full meal," and I didn't. Like, I lost the love for.
Yeah, you can't go all in straight away. It's like
yeah, dude.
you gotta romance the.
Scott, only the tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the tip. You can't go full
Did
auto.
that game make your eyes bleed though when it
It
gets
did.
like
There
going?
were some songs that lasted like 8 minutes.
And yeah, and it's going
And there's no
round
gap.
and round the screen, and it doesn't give you a headache, but it does make
Yeah.
you feel like you've just been
I was distracted by my
skull
character's
fucked.
character's design, so I purposely put like a pumpkin mask on it so it wouldn't confuse me, because the button will be green, and you'll be hitting the triangle button, and the character's hair is green, so it just blends in. So I was like, look, you
Yeah.
get the pumpkin mask the rest of the game, and it's not distracting anything. So I'm doing really well. I cleared the cool, the quirky, the something else.
Yeah, you have to get the matching outfits
But I'm
to
getting,
get
like,
your multipliers.
But I'm not getting any trophies. Like, where do you get those? Are those also based on like how you treat the girls and
Yeah,
how you,
kinda.
Sounds like it.
so
So-
much work? Can't I just perfect every single song and get all the bonus
Treat
items?
those
So I am.
nice.
So Dave mentioned setting up a challenge for me to play that game someday, but I actually
Ooh.
want to
I'll
try
take it for you.
because I'm interested to see what kind of a mess it is in VR.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
true.
Dude, I
God.
don't think that's a good
Because that has a
idea.
VR mode.
Well, here's an
Yeah.
interesting thing. I mean, Scott got a lot of these games from the library, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she should pimp the library a little bit. But
Vancouver doesn't have that.
well,
it doesn't. But doesn't Dave have it on disc?
I have
does.
it.
He
Yeah,
has a
you
physical
can borrow
copy,
my
yeah.
copy.
Okay.
I can only imagine what a bad LSD trip that game would be on VR.
Did you play it in VR?
No, because it made my head hurt and my eyes bleed.
It
more
made my head hurt, and I only watched
more
it for like 2
than
minutes.
enough. Like just playing it on regular screen, I can only
Hmm.
imagine being immersed in that.
I'm curious, morbidly curious. So
Yeah.
I'll borrow it.
That's your
so
one
I
in.
can do the test for you. Hatsune Miku.
Hatsune
Yep.
Miku, something.
All right. And then we're just going to run through a bunch of games because then we just got a bunch of games I couldn't really categorize. Aaron's still playing God of War.
Yep.
Is that Game Plus?
Yeah, Game Plus.
Is it still an RPG?
Yes, very much so.
Guns of Icarus. I bought this off on the sale. It was $1.50. Guns of Icarus Alliance. Hey guys, if you're looking for a like literally super cheap game that is like Sea of Thieves, this is your game because you're basically in airships. You fly around. You fight against other people in airships, and you run around and you fix things and you shoot things. You don't loot much stuff, so there's not a lot of looting. But it's like the PSN dollar version of Sea of Thieves.
I thought your review was gonna be if you're looking for a super cheap game.
And a lot of trophies that pops up, and it's
Nice.
pretty fun. It is glitched as fuck. There was a point in the game where I just like was playing and I just kept falling through the ship
Oops.
just repeatedly. And I was like, is this gonna stop anytime soon? But it is kind of fun, and surprisingly, I guess because it's $1, there's a lot of people playing it right now. I also been playing Dishonored: Death of the Outsider. I'm a big fan of Dishonored 1 and 2. I bought the standalone expansion, Dishonored: Death of the Outsider. I've only played the first couple hours. I was super trashed. I did enjoy it. I will complete it. But that's all I have to say about that. And I put COD World War II, but Jared already talked about it. So the last game we're going to close out the playlist with is a couple of the guys here have been playing No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
Man's Sky.
So I spent many hours just warping to the center of the universe,
Oh, nice.
and I'm still like 700,000 light years away, and I'm 50 hours deep into the game, almost 60 maybe. I don't know, but I guess I have to find like a shitty ship I haven't upgraded so I can warp through the black holes, because there doesn't seem to be an end in sight. Because when you warp, you only warp like 10,000 light years or something like that. That'll take years, forever to complete.
Have you gotten a freighter yet?
No.
No, you still. I mean, Aaron has a freighter,
I
right?
did have a freighter. I just warped into a different galaxy. And all of a sudden, I'm in the middle of a space brawl between the people who own the freighter I got it from and some space pirates.
So that happened to me, but I forgot that I can talk to the freighter in need on the radio.
Yeah, I did
So I
that.
started attacking the attacking ships, and then the fleet started coming after me because I was just attacking.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so I defeated them all, and I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll get this freighter, and it's like, warning, incoming attackers. And I'm like,
Yeah.
security drones are on their way. I'm like, what?
Run.
I'm out.
Dave,
Yeah,
are you
so
gonna
that
get?
sucked.
Dave, are you gonna get back into this game?
Maybe.
I mean, it's gonna hit. I mean, this summer patch is huge. It's got like another multiplayer patch. It's got the VR patch.
So ready for
I
the VR
never
patch.
got into it in the first place, so I probably will play it some more. It's sat out on top of my PlayStation 4 right now.
I think it's something I'm gonna get back into over this summer. If you guys still make me do the fucking Red Dead shit, mainly because like I want to. It's just such an appetizing game. Like I just feel like it's a game.
I agree. Red Dead is an appetizing game.
Yeah,
I
know.
disagree. Did you ever beat
Arthur
Red
Morgan.
Dead, Scott?
No, my roommate did.
So then shut up.
Yeah, Red Dead's so good.
I
and,
did. You need to beat it, Ian.
You appetized it. It was like, it's gross.
If there wasn't too many games to play, I would still be playing a lot of that.
Would you still play the online?
Yeah, there's a ton of content in there.
Yeah,
So
we were all
just-
gonna ride into the sunset together.
Yeah.
Justin has been playing the online part, and he just
Yeah,
He
yeah.
kinda
Ryan Anthony
complains.
Chase got it, so we're gonna
oh
saddle up.
boy.
I'll let you guys
So-
ride into the sunset together.
He'll be playing the snow mission for at least a day or two, so we'll let him catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Play it. It's beautiful. Do it. Seriously. It's
How did Aaron get the shitty mic?
I don't know.
It seems to be working though.
It's great today.
It's doing good.
I think our system has ghosts in it.
The Twitch gods.
The
have
ghost is with
smiled.
me
Just
right
like,
now.
All right. Hey guys. Oh wait,
Hey.
no. Before we move on, well, we're gonna move on to a new thing, but we're gonna move on to like, social Scotlandia.
Yeah, right.
Social Scotlandia. Where did you
Wow.
go? What did you do this week,
I didn't know
Scott?
we were
You
in
did
stereo.
something kind of fun this week.
There
You got to.
There might be a little hint of Twitch going on here.
I don't see it. Where is it? I'm
No.
confused.
What?
You kind of got a lot of
Just
Put
just
it-
a little.
Put it over your crotch. I mean, your
Twitch.
boner is like. Oh, there we go. I can see it now.
Your- Are you saying his crotch is twitching?
His boner was just giant, so I couldn't see it.
So you got a
Twitchy.
purple love pillow.
He does.
Is that what?
It's got
No.
that
Ah.
sweet
Let's get to
sweetness.
it.
All right. So, the Portland Community Meetup, if you'd like to show off the swag. I walked out of there with a ton of swag.
Swag.
It was an RSVP private event, so only people who had...
We'll just set this here in front of Dave.
Yeah, RSVP private event
Aw.
at Outrage in downtown Portland, and I don't think they had a cap. I mean, they were very generous if someone just heard about it and didn't actually RSVP. They let him in kind of a standing line. When I got there, Yusuf and his friend Cameron had gotten there early, so they were already in line and checked it out. Tons of people, tons of streamers. I got a lot of contacts, a lot of meet and greet and stuff like that. And we were kind of talking about, like, Twitch streamers, you know, they don't go out much. Like, they're gaming day and night and playing hours and hours and hours of games. So to go out in public and meet people face to face, I mean, I'm sure it was a challenge. Like, I was like hopping and bopping, like, hey, what do you stream?
But you don't stream that much, Scott.
So I was talking to other people who stream, and they're like,
that's not the point.
there are a lot of artists there, people who do different forms of art, and they Twitch stream that. There is ASMR artists, ASMR.
Nice play on
If
words
you're
there.
not familiar with the acronym, I did write it down. The Autonomous Sensory
Three.
Meridian Response. That's a thing, and there are a lot of really attractive
It either gets you
people
off or it,
who will just
made-
basically
they
get
didn't
these
make enough noise
followers
for
for
'em.
making.
It does
for
one of
super-
two
breathing
things.
in
So
your
what?
ear.
Yeah,
it
the
does one of
result
two
is
things. It either gets you off
Yeah.
or puts you to sleep.
yeah,
It's one of
you're
those two
very
things.
relaxed, and your sensory is like.
Do we need to get one of these for the couch?
I guess we need a ASMR.
if,
to-
if you're gonna buy it, Dave, I will do it.
Yeah.
But
But it was a really good meetup. Big shouts to Outrage. They had a really good space. Last year it was apparently at Quarter World, which is a great spot, but not for like huge crowds because it's arcade machines lined up here and there and not exactly like a centralized space, whereas Outrage is like comfortable couches. And I keep telling you guys, check it out. It's really cool. It's downtown Portland. Free to play games. You just
Downtown
hop
Portland's the first thing that I'm like,
oh my
nah.
god, downtown Portland. What do I do?
Yeah.
Negative.
There were also free shots. The girls were bringing around Vita Mezcal and tequila. There was also the Red Bull girls were bringing the summer edition Red Bull, which is called Beach Breeze.
Hey, Scott,
yes, I've
next
seen
time
those.
this happens, if you come pick me up, then I will go.
Done.
Because I can't drink. I have to take a lift, and that's
Think of
fucking
it
like
as a
60
free
bucks.
DD.
Well, a lift back to Vancouver is
Think of it as a-
Expensive.
fun.
Think of it as a
adventure.
DD,
Yep.
dude.
Yeah, you can hit
You
trapdoor.
can't drink. You can.
Yes, Ian, I will pick you up for the next Twitch meetup. Schedule your calendar. We're going.
I don't
It was really, really good. And yeah, everyone was super nice. They actually had little prizes. There was one that, so we got these purple beads. I mean, Twitch being purple. We were given these kind of Mardi Gras beads. And if someone you were talking to said the word stream, you got to give your beads away. So there are some people with
you
like,
see their breasts, right?
Whoa, Aaron,
Not quite
come
Mardi
on.
Gras.
This is
Oh
so,
man.
you're so sexist.
Well,
No, you just get to try the
Yes.
ASMR machine,
No,
and
it's-
it's
Yeah.
Hey, I think we
Some
should all walk
breasts.
out right now. And,
Scott was
and
flashing his boobs all night.
I think we should walk
Yeah.
out in you know, against Aaron. His those sexist comments he's making.
Aaron has no comment.
so you win a prize at the end of the night
it's
if you have
because
the
he's
most
got a big
beads.
toe.
Yeah.
Another thing was to play our playr.gg as in Go Game. Ran kind of another random contest where you follow some people, you follow some Instagrams, you like a Facebook page, you get more points and crew stuff. And the grand prize was what I'm wearing right now. It's a super comfy ringer sweater that says Twitter or
Nice.
Twitch in some font that doesn't match Twitch, but I think it's just like a college thing. And then the super comfy, what'd you call it, sex pillow?
No,
Pur-
I said
purple love pillow.
just make sure you
Purple
put
love
someone's
pillow.
face in it later. That's all I said.
Also got beer koozies, stuff like that. There's just super,
Whoa,
super
hold on a
good.
second. I just
network
want to
meetup.
say, like,
Yeah.
I was not sexist because it could have been anybody.
Oh
They
my
could have put a
goodness.
dude in it or a chick. See, Aaron, that's a non-sex. It just put someone's face in it.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever his mood is.
I did try the friend for friend route,
Yeah.
which went
Whatever his mood.
south.
Yeah.
The girl in line, I was like, "Hey, friend for friend, I want to hit affiliate status, and you know our co-op podcast is still up and coming." She's like, "Yeah, I have to politely refuse."
What?
Oof.
Rude.
Oh,
It's okay. She's a Fortnite streamer.
those
not
are the
missing,
worst.
Not missing that fan. I did get to get some names. Hiplander was really cool. Spencer, Jay Snipergun, Jay. He's married. His wife was there. They have a kid, and he actually raises money for like St. Jude Children's Hospital
That's
from
cool.
gaming. I'm
That's what we should
really,
do.
really, yeah,
Yeah.
really liking this idea. Fully supporting him, and I might subscribe to him next month. But yeah, like cool dude, and I like hearing that, like success stories and people actually doing like
I
gaming
did.
for a good cause.
I did watch the Rockhart interview.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So as I'm in line, like I was like, oh, are they actually doing this now? It was like 10-minute interviews, just like back to back to back the whole time. Like that list filled up fast. It was like, oh, we're doing 10-minute. Okay, it's gone. So I didn't get to hit that. I don't know what I would say. I didn't really get to see the questions. But yeah, Andrew was there. I said hi to him. Yusuf was there also. And yeah, it was kind of like a pitch. Like you're pitching your idea. Like, well, what do you stream? I was kind of like, well, indie games, some retro and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just good back and forth. So highly recommended if you're a Twitch streamer. Follow your community meetups. Portland does theirs every year. Sign up. Just go. I mean, even if you don't network, I mean, it's a great experience. And hey, the swag is everywhere. I'm loving it. I love swag.
More
Swag,
stuff.
swag, swag.
More swag.
You are a swag whore.
Yep, loud and proud.
Half swag.
I guess that's it. I had a really, really good time, and I highly
Cool.
recommend. Yeah, just attend. Just go.
Awesome.
Just do
Twitch
it.
rules. Twitch is the best.
All right.
Nothing to do with what we're doing right now, right?
I guess that's what we're doing. Taco Lover is a Twitcher. He's a.
Oh,
Anyway. Hey guys. Hey, before we get to couch co-optional, we're gonna do something we haven't done in a long time because JPK didn't write in with questions. I fooled you.
Whoa.
And it's time for Couch Corporate. And this is where we pitch a video game to the corporations that they are going to publish. And this month, the game we pitch is a JRPG indie title that will be done out the gate called In Zero G. You don't need.
Oh, boy.
I don't even want to get into that.
Stop.
No one can hear you scream.
No, what was it? You don't you don't need limbs or something.
Yes, you don't need limbs.
So, and as I pitched this game, clearly it's a turn-based strategy fighting mechanic. It's an indie title, so it'll be done out the gate, guys. And we have a floating body in space that attacks people with no limbs, I guess.
Sorry.
Though
No.
they be floppy limbs.
No. Scratch this idea. But just hold out my version of the game. It's like asteroids, except it's people with no limbs floating around.
It can't be.
instead of
It
asteroids.
can't be.
Mine's-
It can't be. You guys already played.
Yes.
It's a JRPG indie title with no patches, and it's in Zero G. You don't need limbs. So that's the game we're pitching.
Alright.
You guys already chose what we're gonna the game's gonna be. The choice is the only say you guys get as the corporate CEOs is whether we're going to make this game or like no.
Yes, because it's an indie game, so it won't cost a fortune to make.
Digital release
And-
only. The box art
We-
could be fun.
Limited run.
Yeah, we know at least one person will buy it, but it does need some space torture porn to make it complete.
Yeah.
Sorry, sexual space torture, I believe, is what we're
I
looking
mean,
for.
we didn't really talk about that, but like, I mean, it's a turn-based fighting mechanic with
Yeah.
no limbs.
Or is the aim of the game to make them lose their limbs? Kind of like the
I don't think so.
night scene in.
I think the
Holy
main
Grail.
hero has to be limbless.
No, it has to be limbs, and the opponents have floppy limbs, and you have to take them out. You don't need them.
Is that
Maybe you're trying to acquire the limbs.
Maybe.
all your limbs belong to us.
Yes.
oh boy.
The more limbs you have, the more
I like
value you
that. Yeah,
have.
change the title. of the
Are we
game.
at an
Yeah,
hour
actually,
yet?
that's a good name, isn't it? All your limbs belong to us.
Anyway,
Or maybe that's the sequel.
Couch,
That's the sequel.
Couch Corporate is always is a thing in process, and I don't know.
It's working.
That's like the second or
Title.
third time you've done that.
This is only the second time.
Yeah.
The thing is to like strategically place questions into the conversation that they answer, and then I take their answers and create a game out of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, man, this one was weird. So,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
but so
got
that's the second
No
time.
argument here.
We're gonna keep trying it. We're gonna keep doing it until we perfect Couch Corporate.
Yep.
But I think the corporate overlords want to see a limbless JRPG. So I was hoping
it could be
Dave.
a dating sim.
So Dave, I was hoping Dave would be couch co-op or something
over and
because like
over.
no patches is like the lamest. Like okay, the game's done. I was hoping you'd put like something like it needed like a steering wheel
Well,
or a
maybe they- yeah.
joystick.
Maybe there'd be
or-
aesthetics.
Or vibration
Fixes?
function.
Anything,
Yeah.
ASMR.
anything that no patches was like, or like the audio thing where like you like yell at people. So like you like be like a limbless person and you'd be yelling at people.
Could do some
I don't know.
Kusrodas.
Roly poly in
So
space.
anyway.
You don't need limbs.
Dave let me down. So hopefully in the next round.
That's what I do.
Anyway, guys, let's do some couch corporate or couch not couch corporate. We just
Thank
did
God.
that. Sorry, couch co-optional. Give me some optional things you guys have been anything that's not video game related that you guys want to push out to the world and say, hey,
End game.
this is awesome.
We're in the end game, guys.
Yeah.
Do we just want to spoil Endgame?
Here's
no.
something
We
that,
haven't done our Endgame. We could do an Endgame spoiler, and Dave could like
Do
push
like
some-
a 2 minute of just like people
okay,
pausing the
I'll
audio.
I'll go first then, and then you guys can get onto your end game because I've not. But
All right.
you should check out a Commodore Amiga demo called Eon by the Black Lotus. You can watch it on YouTube. It's pretty freaking awesome for considering that computer was made in the 80s, and it can still push out that graphics and sound. It's
Cool.
just really cool.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
that was Eon by the Black Lotus.
Eon 2B.
That's
Eon
great.
Doobie.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just like do a spoiler. Okay, spoilers.
Might drop.
If you guys are listening or watching
Run,
or blah 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 blah
run,
blah
Turn
blah
the
blah,
volume
blah.
down.
Turn it off. Turn it down.
Yeah, there's
give
nothing
us-
else after
take a
that.
Give us
nap.
about 5 minutes and then come back.
Go to the theater and then come back and then resume.
All right, so this is an end game. I'm gonna say the first thing. So like months ago, wait, I wanna pull up my photo and then read this thing to you guys really quick. Where is this at?
Can we talk about it while you get the photo?
Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
I think Bucky got robbed.
Oh.
I don't know. I've never found Bucky that interesting.
He was kind of
anyways.
boring.
But Falcon.
I thought the
but-
Falcon guy
Okay,
got
here's the
hosed.
thing though about that.
Yes.
There's comic book precedents for both of that, and Falcon has been Cap before Winter Soldier ever became Cap. So there's and I feel like here's the thing about that. Once he says on your left, when Cap says, when Cap's coming back to
Old
season,
Man Cap.
Yeah.
I think when Falcon says I'm on your left and they all come through the portals,
Yeah.
you know then that Falcon's more important than Bucky.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I do
Anyway, no, so I just wanted to say this. So this was I had two things I wanted. The first thing I wanted from Endgame was Tony Stark to die.
I saw that coming from.
And
a
then
mile
my
away, to be
second
honest.
thing was, if we don't get a proper Avengers Assemble in Endgame, this whole MCU has been a waste.
Yeah.
Jason Wolford replied, I picture comic fans cheering it and movie fans being confused because they've seen 20 movies and that's not a thing. It doesn't matter that it's not a thing. It was the greatest thing in the whole movie, in my opinion. When Cap has been beaten to shit
Yeah.
and his shield is destroyed and he has nothing left and he tightens that shield around his arm and he stands up and it's just him silhouetted against the sun in the light.
That was
And
great.
then the
That was
darkness,
awesome.
that wide shot, and he's just like, fuck it, I'm going to go on. And then he starts getting the message, and then he says, Avengers Assemble. That is the greatest moment.
That was
Well,
a pretty epic fight.
That's a great moment,
Yeah.
and the second moment is the Tony Stark moment. Those are
Yeah.
the two greatest. I mean, and then there's just
Iron
a million
Man.
other great moments in the movie. But those are like, there's never been such a comic book movie.
No, that hasn't.
It's one of my favorite comic book movies ever now.
Yeah.
It is the favorite.
I will say one of my favorite parts of that is the fact that they actually give the idea of having Cap hold Mjolnir. Like, when he has the hammer
But
in his
that's
hand.
happened many times in comic books.
Yeah,
So,
but-
like, as comic fans, we're just waiting for it. We're waiting for it. And then they gave it to us.
Yeah, it's just still really cool. It's like you don't, because in the movies, nothing. But comic books, because I read some stuff. I read some of those.
Well,
comic
that's the other
books.
thing that's interesting to me is how the importance it puts on movies that suck. So Age of Ultron, not a favorite movie,
No.
but the importance that movie has so much stuff in
Yeah.
it, like the hammer, because like Cap kind of moves the hammer, so like it puts and then like Thor: Dark World, like
Yeah.
the amount of like that movie's considered like the worst MCU movie.
Haven't seen it.
It's not the best.
Exactly, but so much stuff is put on that movie.
Yeah.
Like it's awesome. Like, hey, we're gonna put
They
the weight of our worst movies on this movie.
they
Right.
were right. There was no room to go to the bathroom.
There
Yeah.
wasn't. There wasn't.
There wasn't.
no,
Oh.
I held it the entire 3 hours.
Yeah. I drank nothing most of the day.
I drank stuff. I just
As a
Held
comic
it.
book fan, it is the most comic book ass movie,
Yeah, that's the best kind of comic book movie, right?
it is.
and
Yeah.
it's like it's funny. Like if you were to go into this movie not watching the other movies, like a comic book, you would be fucking lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would be.
I'm really glad I watched both Ant-Mans because that was huge.
Yeah,
I
was a little
Oh,
stumped.
Ant-Man
in
is
the
like
stories.
required because like the
Ant-Man, yes.
whole plot
Yeah.
requires you to know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
I
I
just
kind-
watched Ant-Man versus the Wasp
Wasp,
Wasp
yeah.
last night.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Very
I liked
important.
it.
A lot of people bitched about it. I thought it was awesome.
I thought it was
I loved
great.
it.
It's fine. It's not my favorite.
I
but
didn't
it's,
watch Captain Marvel though. I didn't.
I haven't seen
feel
that
like I
yet.
need to see.
I'll
that.
probably see it this week.
There was an audience comment when I was watching in the theater where Thanos did try his snap, and someone just like, idiot. And like everyone's busting out laughing because it's just like a dull moment of like, that didn't work. Oh,
Yeah.
these Infinius. Oh.
I had a chuckle
yeah.
when he did that. Actually, it was like
I just think it's
when he shot the
it's,
snaps.
Whoops.
it's like the Star Wars of our generation. Like there will
Mm.
never be. I mean,
Mm-mm.
Marvel may succeed at doing it again. Hopefully, maybe.
Hopefully.
We don't know.
Do
But
another
this
10
has
years.
never been done before, and this is one of those things. Is like, holy fuck, we were to be in a theater with a group of people,
It was
and like
great.
it's like cheering, it's like crying,
Crying.
it's
yeah, I
like
saw
it's like
crying.
when
I
he
had
says
sniffles.
So
when
much
like people come out and he
crying.
says Avengers, it is silent. They're just waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Like none of these people are really comic book fans like me, but they are waiting for him to say assemble, and it just gets a fucking crazy ass cheer, and it's like
I was kind of
it's awesome. I don't know. It's as a comic book fan who kind of gave up on comics for a while just because I've been jaded, but to have a film be a comic book is pretty ridiculous. It's pretty
Fat Thor.
Yeah,
Fat
complete.
Thor. I mean,
Thor.
That
I
was
mean,
kind
there's
of awesome.
there's just so many things
that was great. Yeah, that movie was a complete win.
No,
Yeah, it
and
was.
then you hear the breakdowns of other people like being like, obviously Fat Thor is funny, but he's depressed.
Yeah, he is.
He's
He is.
depressed.
5
Oh,
years
yeah.
of
And then you see these Twitter comments about like when he's back in Asgard and he gets the hammer and it's like he's still worthy. Well, it's like just because you're depressed doesn't mean you're not worthy.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're still,
It's
you know what I mean? It's like
acceptance thing, yeah.
you're in a place, but it doesn't mean you're not a good person.
Yeah.
You need to work through your shit, you know?
Yeah.
And there's so many kind of small things that if you can pick up on it, the movie does. But then if you get into it too, on the other side, like the science and the time travel, I mean,
Yeah.
it's gonna fuck you. I mean, this
Yeah.
movie is plot hole man is all over this movie.
plot hole,
Right.
man.
But who gives a shit? Because I don't care. I'm smiling, and having a good time.
Yeah.
And the moments, and it's probably one of the funniest Marvel movies. I don't know.
One thing I liked that they did was actually bring kind of a gray Hulk in. Bruce Banner was working forever on making Hulk and himself all in one.
Smart Hulk.
Smart Hulk, yeah.
Smart Hulk is a
Oh,
I thought it was
Peter.
Gray Hulk,
Can we
though.
say credible Hulk?
Well,
Yeah,
right.
in the '90s,
Chuck, thanks.
Peter David did a great run of like intelligent Hulk. So this
Yeah.
is not a new thing. I mean, I
liked it,
understand
though.
for like
Yeah.
people that don't know comics. For us that don't know comics, it's like, oh yeah, of course, it makes sense. Let's do it. And that's but at this point, you're just so invested in the world. They could throw anything at you and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of incredible, and I don't know. It was a great movie. I was just a really
Perfect.
and did you guys get teary? Anyone get teary?
Oh, yeah.
I
First,
got
as soon as
Terry.
the
Ant-Man
first
saw his
5 minutes of the
daughter.
movie.
Yeah, Ant-Man's
Jeez, dude.
daughter.
Ant-Man's daughter, and the great thing about Ant-Man's daughter,
I was
Casey Lang.
excited.
Casey Lang.
Great actress.
This
Yeah.
is a thing about this. So this is basically what they're teasing already. Casey Lang is a young Avenger.
Nice.
So obviously, a young Avenger is a possibility of a film. So there's a bunch of little things like that like they're teases, but then she's an actual Avenger eventually. So she becomes.
Do you know that Scarlett Johansson's hair had grown out? The white part had
Yeah.
grown out. The
Right,
5
right,
years
right.
of growing,
Right, right.
and yeah, like little itty bitty
Lot of
details, but
details.
like I love that.
I
It
got
will
the-
be interesting to see what they do because obviously her film starts shooting next month. So I don't really want an origin story, but it can't really be a sequel because she's
No.
dead.
She'll be back.
Are they going to bring her back, or are they?
You'll bring her back.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with that.
Mm-hmm.
Any other ideas for what they're going to do in the future?
Not a clue. I don't even have an educated guess.
Remake the first 20-odd movies.
Yeah.
Do a Spider-Man.
Need a new Spider-Man.
You mean like what Star Trek does?
Eh.
Yeah, pretty much.
All I'm
Alright.
gonna say is bring on Spider-Man: Far From Home.
I
Trailer
feel
drop.
like
Trailer
Bring
drop
that
today.
on.
I think
Yeah.
like I think the Spider-Man movies not really. It's more of like a prologue. It's kind
Yeah.
of that like closing song of Phase 3. Like, hey, this happened and we're back and.
So can you think of any other movies that have to start their trailers with a spoiler warning from the prior movie?
Ooh, Yeah.
No.
No, I've never had one, but it's pretty incredible that they did it with this
Yeah,
one, and
yeah.
especially this.
We're
this-
within like 2 weeks of it though. It's fresh.
Yeah, it's really
yeah.
Too
fresh.
fresh. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that movie comes out in July, so it's
Yeah.
like they need to start marketing it. But I think I think it's safe for them to do it because like, let's be honest, guys, everyone saw this movie.
That's
Yeah.
true.
1.2 billion in its first weekend, and this weekend it passed two. It sank Titanic this
It
weekend.
passed 2
Avatar?
billion.
So it hasn't passed Avatar yet. So it's
It's gonna.
like at 2.1 ish
Has
right
to.
now, and in 11 days, it hit
2 billion.
2.1 billion.
Yeah.
Billion.
It
With the
took
beef.
to get where Endgame is currently. It took Avatar 47 days.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So and Avatar's only at 2.9 billion, and they're saying that Endgame should reach 3, possibly 3.5.
And IMAX wasn't as apparent, like it wasn't around as much, and I heard IMAX for this is like well worth paying the extra money.
extra
I feel like
screen
I didn't
resolution.
even see Avatar. I don't remember having an IMAX in my city.
Well, James Cameron
Avatar came
sucks. I
out.
don't know if you know
I
this,
don't know.
but
I watched it in 3D.
it'll be great
Yeah,
when James
the other
Cameron
day.
gets taken down a peg. Because all the shit he's talked
hey,
about
I like
comic book
Alita.
movies, how he like talks shit about comic book movies.
Watch
and how they're-
Alita and then reconsider what you're.
He didn't
I
direct
want
that
to.
though. He just threw some
Oh,
money
really?
at it. That's directed by Robert Rodriguez, who did Sin City.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
I don't think that Sin City movie's
That's
not
that's
bad.
not a James Cameron movie.
I mean, no, I mean, Battle Alita, it can say James Cameron because
Yeah.
his money's in it, but it's
Yeah.
directed by Rodriguez.
Okay, there you go.
So I mean, that's a
Good save,
That's but even then, I don't hold much hope on Battle Alita. I mean,
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez is hit or miss in my opinion. So, and clearly it didn't do Endgame numbers.
Let me know if you go see it, Jared. I'm ready to rewatch.
I want to go see Endgame again.
Yeah.
Yeah, IMAX.
I
3D.
do.
I'm thinking I'll go
No,
see
I'm not a 3D
Not
guy.
3D.
Captain Marvel tomorrow or
Ooh,
Wednesday or
Be
something.
good.
Anyway, we should wrap this up. It's a great movie. Everyone should go see it.
Go see the damn movie.
Dave recommended something on Amiga, but
Yeah,
who knows
thing or
what it
another.
is.
Eon by the Black Lotus.
Let's get out of here,
Yeah.
guys. It's been a good show. We had some ups and some downs. We lost a camera or two.
We had some laughs.
The
some
longest
anger
episode we've
moments.
done in a while.
Yep.
Thanks for hanging with us if you made it this far.
Yeah,
Guys,
thanks
we
all
made it
your
to the end game.
Ooh! I want to thank you all for listening and remind you that you can leave feedback on Twitbook, Instaface, and Gramter at Couch Co-op Shows, all one word.
No hyphen.
Also, try to follow us on twitch.tv/The Couch Co-op Show like some of these people are right now.
Thank
And
you.
if these people in the chat could follow us, I will promise to follow you back.
Yes.
And
Follow for
we
follow.
also play video games on this channel. And, I play some PS2 games, there'll be some PS4 games, and there'll be some other cool shit coming. And also my friends here on the couch also, we should, I have to create a graphic that has all your Twitch channels. Because then also you guys can get some love. Because they Twitch too. Remember, you can find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Radio Public, and or Spotify. Hey, man, subscribe, leave a comment, review. Anything would be awesome. It helps us out. I want to thank Jared for coming.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
I want to thank Aaron for coming.
Absolutely.
I want to thank Scott for coming.
Keep coming.
And I want to thank Dave about coming all over the place.
Yeah, just look out for the couch game in space.
For joining me here on the couch coming. For Couch
It's
Co-op.
like silly string, right?
For Couch Co-op, I'm Ian, reminding you to please be excellent to each other.
Wild Stallions!
Oh my.
Couch Co-op.